Oh, let me close the door quick so there's no disturbance.
Boy.
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling
Oh man.
about this game, man?
What is
Oh
up,
man.
everybody? TC1. We got King DV and we got Where You Hiding. And go ahead and introduce yourself and let's go. Start the football man.
That's King DV of King DV Sports channel on YouTube, man. You can catch me there. Talk Eagles, talk Sixers, but mainly Eagles. You can just catch me on here or Twitter. Same name, King DV Sports.
And y'all know who I am. I'm Where You Hiding. I do the Eagles content, I do the Phillies content, and I do the Sixers content as well. So yeah, that's who I am.
And I'm EC1 if anybody don't know it. If you're on King DV stream, that's just an example. We're not connected. I'm on his stream. I'm EC1 football. You know what I'm saying? I come with real facts. I try to, but you get the best out of me each and every time. So, we got a first subscriber
Further.
further AM. I'm going to definitely try to get him next too. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for coming on. Now we got a lot of Eagle content creators, man, that I really want to collab with because this is the best time of the year to do it. The Philadelphia Eagles have a chance, or is and will, when it's all said and done, have a chance to be Super Bowl champions. And I believe in my heart that we are going to win. And I think we're going to get it done. I it's not think. I know we're going to get it done. You know, I think this Eagles team has gotten, everybody wants to talk about that the Eagles are not underdogs, but I feel like the way the media has been, bringing up players like the 49ers, out here talk about like a therapy session, like they want them to feel us to feel bad for them. I'm
Mhm.
tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people talk about, well, you haven't played Mahomes. You got an easy schedule. All that's about to go because this Sunday the Eagles about to let everybody know we for real over here. You know what I'm saying? I'll say it one more time for all the Kansas City fans, man. We're not the Bengals. What you did with the Bengals is cool and fine. You did what you had to do. This road ends this Sunday. Your journey of getting the Lombardi Trophy will not become reality. This is going to be a beatdown. I could be, you know, professional as possible, but when I look at this game's not fair. It's not fair. If I'm a Kansas City fan, man, I'm trying to figure out how you slow this receiver core down. When let's be real, they couldn't stop T. Higgins and Jamar Chase from gashing them. Tyler Boyd, I think, had a couple catches. If Joe Burrow doesn't throw 3 picks, I don't think we play Kansas City Chiefs.
And they got rookie corners.
Yeah, that's another thing. And I've seen the rookie corners get toasted, man. Now, I like the rookie corner. I think Watson's a very good corner over there. Yeah, I believe he's a young rookie over there. But he's going against A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Quez. I need this Eagles team to not try to be a pass-happy offense. You can pass if you have to. You do what you've been doing. Don't change anything. You know what I'm saying? And I think Nick Sonnet's not going to try to go out and be too cute. I think he's going to stick what has been working for us. Run the football, throw the football, and I don't care how pretty it is, get the W. So that's what I have to say. Let me know.
Want to go next?
Go ahead.
Cool. Kansas City doesn't really scare me at all, man. They almost lost to the Jags. Jags had an awful game, especially Trevor Lawrence. They lost by 7. Then they turn around and play the Bengals. They only beat the Bengals by 3. They wanted to talk big trash, talking about, oh, this is not Barrelhead and all that. Look, it was one of those bad play calling by the Bengals coach. That's all it was. I really think that the Bengals could have won that game. The game could have swung anyway. Whereas though the Eagles basically went 69 and 14 in any 2 playoff games that they won against the red hot Giants and also the red hot 49ers with Brock Purdy, who was undefeated. and he was going through his being rookie offensive player of the year, things like that, and then we got him out, knocked him out of the game. Then he became like every single time that we beat someone that they say that we will probably have trouble with, it's an excuse. Now it's Brock Purdy because he was the third string quarterback and this, that, and the third. But I'm like, yo, if he was the third string quarterback, why was y'all piping him up? Basically, now y'all saying if he didn't get knocked out the game, then the game would have been different. How would it have been any different? It wouldn't have been any different. Period.
No,
y'all never had anybody to block Hassan Reddick. Mm-hmm. If y'all got somebody to block Hassan Reddick, then that means another lane was open. We have too many people to get to your quarterback. What takes me to the Giants game. The Giants game, they was talking about them. But let me remind everybody that they went 2-4-1 the last game, last couple games of the season. And then we beat them twice. Nobody's counting week 18. I get it. But then what made y'all think that, just because we had that extra week off that we earned, what makes you think that we was going to fall off the Richter? We wasn't. It was more so that we were more prepared than them. We made Daniel Jones become Daniel Jones because he was trying to play like Josh Allen light. And yeah, they got the big win against the Vikings, but we already know Vikings was frauds.
I mean, let me cut you off, but I don't care if Brock Purdy was healthy in this game. He would have lost this game.
I know he would have.
When you look at the 49ers, man, they out here coming out at a locker room. All we heard wasn't the Brock Purdy hype. It was that number one defense. Can you run against Nick Bosa? You would thought to me it looked like we were playing the Legion of Boom. You know what I'm saying? Because they were hyping his defense. Mm-hmm. Like they were so much of a challenge that we haven't seen. Right. And we played elite defenses. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I believe, were a number one defense. And they haven't allowed a running back until we played them to score on them and go crazy with numbers on them. We played the Dallas Cowboys in week 6. They were supposed to be this 85 Bears type defense. Mm-hmm. And I told 49er fans when they were on my channel, I said, this is not going to be the game that you're going to like. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy was coming into a dark alley with bats already being drawn. This was not his day. No. Deebo Samuel now, again, talk about the Florida crowd is no different than the 49. Come on, man. But I just feel like we're getting disrespected. And, like you said, man, Purdy, it is what it is. But continue. I didn't mean to come to it.
Good. So that takes me to this game, right? They got a lot of weaknesses on that. Well, they got a couple weaknesses on that offensive line that's blocking for Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, yes, he had the same 2 weeks that Jalen Hurts had to Hill. But last time he was against a defense like this caliber was the Buccaneers, and he was running for his life the whole entire time. What makes you think that the Philadelphia Eagles, I believe right now in Jonathan Gannon, because regardless of what he did in the season, in these playoffs, he's played like we were the number one defense, and we showed up and showed out. So how do you think, what makes you think that we're not going to show out this game? Mm-hmm. We're going to get that record. By the way, I think we're going to set. I know that we're going to set Patrick Mahomes 5 times. We're going to get to him. We're going to. That right tackle is weak. That's the weak link. And guess who's on his side? Hassan Reddick. Mm-hmm. So, and if Hassan Reddick is subbed out, Brandon Graham is on that side. Mm-hmm. And if you stop Brandon Graham and you double team him, here come Fletch. Here come Sweat. Here come Hargrave. Yeah. Like you can't stop everybody. You can't.
I mean, they haven't faced this type of defense, and that's what I'm telling Kansas City Chiefs fans, and I didn't mean to cut you off, like I said, man, but it's crazy how many Chiefs fans I'm seeing already on Twitter. They're not talking as much as the 49ers, but the media is trying to overhype them. I respect 49 Chiefs fans, because they're not talking trash, but the Chiefs players are. The Chiefs players are. You got Clark over here. I think his name's Clark, right? And his last name is Clark, right? Whatever his name is. Talking about, they even played a defense like us. Huh? You made it a close game against the Bengals, man. If you were such an elite team, you should have blew that team out. But here we are, the Philadelphia Eagles. Everybody says we're favorites in this game. I don't feel like it. I feel like that, according to the media, we shouldn't show up at all. That Mahomes is going to win this game no matter what we do. And you know what? It's just crazy. This defense has 70 sacks. They don't want to acknowledge it. They say that, Brock Purdy didn't get a fair chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just done with it. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, it's going to be happy year when we win the championship, and they're going to have to acknowledge it.
Yep.
It's coming. It's coming. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go? Continue.
No. Go.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Oh, so here is my opening statement. So I'm tired of all the players, the players who got eliminated, coming on to these shows, expressing, their hatred for the Eagles. At the end of the day, I'm just tired of all this talk. We know that we're better than the Chiefs. So let's just go out there, get all these sacks on Mahomes. What I've been saying all week to everybody is that you can't really pressure Patrick Mahomes all that much with extra linebackers and stuff. Make sure you save those linebackers for the outside and make sure they stay in coverage. Because if Patrick Mahomes somehow evades all of that pressure and gets like a 15-yard gain, then we're in trouble because he might do that the whole game. Mm-hmm. So really the keys to this game is to make sure that Patrick, he's swallowed up within like 3 seconds. We want to get to Patrick Mahomes fast, and we want to get to him with just 4 guys. And I believe our 4 guys can do that by themselves without our linebackers. So
yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is just, to me, it's like and I said it to you in the tweet, King DB, is a gazelle, an injured gazelle walking into the lines of day.
Yeah.
That man's not going to be 100%. And neither will Jalen Hurts probably be this against Minnesota, But I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to take advantage of this opportunity. Jeffrey Lurie was asked, he has nothing to prove. I think there's something to prove. Because I want Jalen Hurts to win the Super Bowl because I just want him to get respect. And I think even if we do win the Super Bowl, I still think they're not going to give us respect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you either win and you still don't get respect, or you lose and you get clowned and you still don't get respect. Like, you don't win no matter what. They did the same thing in 2017. They told us we couldn't do this. The same haters. Nick Ron over here, looking like Pinocchio every time he opens his mouth and lies and says stupid stuff. His nose grows longer. You know what I'm saying? With his bad haircut. You know what I'm saying? and then you got Chris. Like, at this point, I feel like the Eagles need to go out there and just win despite the hatred, because if Jalen wins the Super Bowl and beats Mahomes, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
Because he just beat the best quarterback.
After they said that we had a weak schedule the entire year.
Who is
the kicker? I want to talk about what y'all just said, right?
Hey, go for it.
All right, so where you're hiding, we had a weak schedule. Think about this. Cowboys played our same division twice.
Yes.
So did the Giants. That's the 2 teams in our division besides us that went to the playoffs, right? Then they played, I believe, the NFC North. Everybody played the NFC North. Right there, what's that? 6? Probably like 9 games right there. That's half the season right there. Buccaneers wasn't a good team all year. So the Cowboys can't hold that. They beat them in the playoffs, yeah, but they couldn't hold that. That's what I'm saying. Where is this weak schedule? But if the Cowboys was in this position, it wouldn't have been a weak schedule for them. That's what I'm saying. So basically, this is the perfect fit. Going to where EC1 said, this is the perfect fit for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts been dealing with this all his life. He's not good enough because he got benched. Then he go to another school. He becomes a winner there. Then he comes here, and the whole debacle with the Eagles with Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz and everything like that. They wanted him to be like how the Saints had Drew Brees, and then they had their running quarterback. They wanted it to be like that. They did that a couple times, but it didn't work out with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz went to the Colts, and then that's when Jalen Hurts started. Jalen Hurts start. Nobody looked at us to go to the playoffs at all.
No.
We made it to the playoffs. We got bounced. Yes, we got clowned because we got bounced, but it was against the GOAT. It was against Tom Brady. So now he comes back. At that time, at the end of last year, his ankle was messed up. Comes back after having an offseason of a lifetime, just working on everything that he needed to work on. Came back better. Now he's an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
That's not good enough. So now we got the number 1 seed, and we got the NFC East Championship. That's not good enough. Then it's like, okay, now we got to beat the Giants. We got to beat the San Francisco 49ers because he never got a playoff win. We beat both of them. That's not good enough. Now they throwing Patrick Mahomes at him. Now, what makes this great going into the Super Bowl is because you got, their defensive players is going to be stunned. You think that defense is better than the 49ers? No. They're not as physical as the 49ers.
Not
so
nearly.
if we can have Fred Warner stunned every single time we run an RPO because he ain't know if Jalen Hurts is going to get the ball or Miles Sanders is going to get the ball or Gainwell is going to get the ball. What do you think is going to happen this whole game? Period. And then we had an extra week and a half to almost 2 weeks without really throwing the ball, with Jalen Hurts throwing the ball and everything like that. You really mean to tell me that shoulder is not going to be close to 80% to the point where we can get through this game? And if he can get through this game, he's not missing no throws. I just seen something on Twitter that he's number 1 in throwing in tight windows. I didn't even know that was a stat. The guy that they said that couldn't throw. That's the guy that said that he couldn't throw, and who was going to throw AJ Brown the ball because we got him, things like that. We got 12,000 plus yard receivers.
I mean,
1,200. Sorry,
I didn't mean to cut you off. My fault.
So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's though that a lot of people have to eat their words. Now, like you said, EC1, when we win this Super Bowl, because there's no way that we don't win.
Oh, we will. Ain't no win. We will.
If anything, some play calling by our OC or our defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, could make it close, but we can win this game easily.
Yeah.
But when we win one, let's see if he can do it again.
Yeah.
They're going to throw the then it's 0-0, so they're going to throw the Cowboys at us again. Not to cut you off.
To bring all of this together, it's a Philly thing for us to be doubted every single year because they just hate us. They just won't admit it.
No, I mean, they won't admit it. And you know what? I guess we're just going to have to take the respect. Because the media is going to have to sit there and they're going to be miserable. Hey, you want to make a team media miserable? You know what I'm saying? Eagles win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They don't want him. Listen, everybody talking, and that's another thing. I hear the scripted one. I'm so sick of that.
Me too.
Because if it was scripted, don't you think the Bills would have made it in? I wanted everybody that was favorites to go to the Super Bowl. Don't you think the Cowboys would have made it in many times if it was so scripted?
Yeah,
when I hear scripted,
they wouldn't make it that obvious.
No.
They wouldn't make it that obvious. But the only reason why I'm with you with the Bills is because I thought that too. I thought the Bills, because it was weird how playoffs ain't even start yet. And then they set up there and said the Bills are the Chiefs. If they make it, they're going to play at a neutral site. I'm like, you don't even know if these two teams is going to make it yet, which didn't happen.
And when you talk about these head coaches, man, what I like about Nick Sirianni is he loves to run the football. Sean McDermott is the reason why the Bills are not in the playoffs. You know, I go after Josh Allen. I thought Josh Allen, didn't lose that game. You're in the blizzard in Buffalo. Run the ball.
Right.
If you throw the ball in Buffalo in a snowstorm, you're not playing to win. And that's when everybody tells me, well, Jalen Hurts he needs to throw more. But really, it's not. I don't think so. Because if we have to throw the ball to win games, to me, then we're not a good enough team. When you're able to win in different ways,
Right.
that is a football team that is ready to win Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Because in this league, I don't care what anybody says. Defense does win championships,
Yes.
but so does running the football. Everybody says that it's a passing league. Yeah, if you want to be out the playoffs quickly, if you want to definitely be like what they told us, one and done. If you want to be on the couch and not seeing Lombardi, or be in the Super Bowl, you know, at the Super Bowl. Sorry,
Yeah.
no.
And to add to what, go ahead.
I'll just say this: like, I just feel like we need to go out there. We need to take a respect, and we not only need to beat this team, we need to body this team. I want a statement. Go out there and go for Mahomes on his behind. I'm gonna tell you like this: I will not be surprised if Mahomes, and I don't wish no injuries, but Mahomes don't last through the game because he's not going to see this pressure. This pressure, listen, this pressure is for real. Mahomes is going to have to run. You think he's going to have time to throw? Listen, we're not the Bengals. The Bengals don't got a better defense than us. And I can argue another thing. We got the better receiving core. I always been saying this for a while. I don't think the Bengals have a better receiving core than us. Other than Quez Watkins, I would take Tyler Boyd over. You know what I'm saying? But A.J. Brown, I'll take over Jamar Chase. I like Jamar Chase. But give me A.J. Brown. Give me my 1,000-yard receiver.
The Bengals are top 5, though, as far as
absolutely.
receiving goes.
But like I said, I'd rather have the receiving core that is in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Talking about the receiver core. I think his name Willie Snead.
Yeah.
Actually came out and said something stupid. I mean, everybody was saying something stupid in media day. I don't know why.
On the roster anymore? Where's he playing?
So he said he had a concussion in the Bengals game, and then they were saying that they didn't know he was going to play, but he might play this game. He said, "I'm not scared." Listen, hear me out. He said, "I'm not scared of the Eagles wide receivers because we got." He said, "I have one. My toughest task was the receiver that's on my team. I'm thinking he's going to say Juju. I'm thinking he's going to say Harmon. He said MVS.
A guy that Aaron Rodgers made. Really?
I said, yo, if you think that he's your best, you're done.
Can you share that tweet?
You're done. I gotta find it. I gotta find it.
I mean, listen,
I have to find it.
if it was a Chiefs player opening his mouth again,
Willie Snead.
Willie Snead's on Chiefs, right? So again, you know what I learned, and if you know this Eagles team, when you open your mouth and you talk crap about an opponent, you know what I like about this team is this team could have destroyed the 49ers in the media, but they let their play talk on the field.
Yes.
They could have really ripped apart the Giants. They didn't do that. You have the Giants players were talking crap. The Giant fans were talking crap. They went home. The 49ers players were talking crap. Kyle Shanahan was talking crap. Nick Bosa was talking crap. They went home. You would think you would learn. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk about an opponent, you only make this other team feel like they have to have something to prove. And they really don't need to prove anything because they are the best football team that you probably will ever play. And I'm going to tell you right now, Will Snead said this. Guess what? He's not going to have one catch in this game because they're going to make sure that he learns his lesson. I mean,
his name not Willie Snead is Jarvis.
Snead, the cornerback, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy gets burnt lately, and I saw the Bengals really scoring on him. You know what I'm saying? He got cooked by Jamar Chase. I believe he got cooked by T. Higgins. Let me know. You really think you're going against A.J. Brown and Devontae? This is about to be beat down.
That's like Eli Apple coming out of the mouth with some stuff.
Go ahead.
Right. But see, here's the thing with the Chiefs cornerbacks, even the two rookies and Snead, they get killed on a slant. What play do we throw to A.J. Brown for him to get warmed up?
A slant. And he's one of the best at it. We got two legit receivers that are good at slant.
Right.
I mean, cut you off.
And no, you're good. I was asking you a question. So anyway, then also they're not good against tight ends. We got a top 5 tight end.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people talk about, not a lot of people. National media talks about AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They never talk about Dallas Goedert.
Never.
Like they talk about Travis Kelce. And I know Travis Kelce's great. Don't get me wrong. But we got a great receiver. I mean, a great tight end too, in Dallas Goedert. So I don't know why they're not breaking that up. Period. And I know on certain plays, Shane Steichen, he's not going to always have Quez in. But Devontae Smith just put out a tweet basically saying that people forget about Quez Watkins and how he could take off the top. Yes. So we could throw one of those plays at them. We could. But also we're gonna put Zach Pascal in majority of the time because he could block, but then he can also he's a vet, so he could so he could do those short routes for us.
But you want I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you got it.
But you want to know when Quez Watkins can set everybody up, everybody talking crap. You want to know how he can humble me? The biggest stage is the Super Bowl. You go out there and you handle business. And listen, I don't expect Quez Watkins to go off. But if you want to make a statement to all these Eagle fans, because honestly, I ain't going to lie to you, I'm not a fan of Quez Watkins this year. I thought he was going to have a better year. We saw a guy from his rookie year, and we said, listen, this guy has potential. Yeah. And in his second year, the guy was catching everything, And I feel like some ways that when we put him in as a third-string receiver, as a third receiver, because you have Devontae and you have A.J. Brown, so he's really in the slot. He's probably not supposed to be there technically, because he's probably used to being number 2. But still, I need him to fight for the ball. If Jalen Hurts needs a play, you got to fight for that ball. When we talk about receivers, what do we like about A.J. Brown, Devontae? They go up and they don't just sit there and wait for the ball. They go out there and they go for it. They're aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Good receivers go out, even legit receivers, or even good receivers go out there. They fight for the ball. He waits for the ball. And a lot of times defense can sit there and they can read plays and are able to diagnose it. But I need Quez Watkins to step up, because I believe if you're the Chiefs, you have to take away A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You don't want them
to
pull you.
They're not going to do that. But not with these guys.
I know they ain't going to do it. But they're going to have to try. Yeah. Because if you want to be real, would I rather get beat in the run game or the passing game? I'd rather get beat in the run game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because in the passing game, your second gets destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The running game, to me, it takes a while for you to score. But if you're able to throw the ball deep down the field, you're scoring more points. Yeah. And they're scoring it quickly. But any way you look how the running game or the pass game, which one, you still will get killed no matter what. But if I'm a Chiefs team, I need to take away A.J. Brown and Devontae or even have a chance. Do I think they'll do it? No. I think this rookie corner is going to have a long day. A.J. Brown and Devontae about to show him what a rookie is, because I don't think they have seen this type of legit receiver. Go ahead, my fault.
You're almost right.
Okay.
And respectfully, because think about it like this.
How I feel.
No, listen. Hear me out. All three of us been watching the Eagles all year. Regardless of if they try to test Jalen Hurts' arm and he has the 300 passing yards, 2-3 touchdown day, things like that. That run game is surgical to the point where now you gotta challenge that. And if we're going off on the run, that passing game is there. It's just a matter of time. You got to have accountable. You got to pay all. The whole thing about it is this is not like Tom Brady. This is not Joe Burrow. This is not Trevor Lawrence. You got to play all 11 people when we hike the ball, because you don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to, just QB go, or if he's going to RPO, or if he's going to look at who he's looking at, like, all right, he's going to follow Miles. I'm going this way. And we already got Kelce blocking. and he's going to get the first down or whatever like that. If they worried about that, now it's a mind game now to the point where, all right, I'm going to pass it off, all right, fake handoff, and then a Quez Watkins, a Devontae Smith, a AJ Brown, or Dallas Goedert can get a 30 to 40 yarder. Oh, now we down the field. The whole thing is what I mean about the run game being surgical. That takes time off the clock. If we controlling the clock, we win. We won in 3 phases all year that nobody can stop. We run in one in time management, doing the third downs, and also just winning the line of scrimmage. We won the running game against the first game against the Giants to be need to be an example, and then we won in the passing game with Jalen Hurts. So you got to be accountable for everything. This is what it's structured to the point where the Kansas City Chiefs got to worry about too much. Whereas though that all we have to really worry about is Patrick Mahomes on offense and possibly Pachero. I don't even know if I said his name right, but the running back. Basically trying to, because they're going to play the sides. They're not running up the middle. They're playing the sides. They're going to try to get to the sides and try to beat that edge. That's what they're going to try to do.
Yes.
On defense, we don't really have to worry about anything because I think we have everybody covered. You know, CJ Gardner-Johnson is basically saying, yo, he's still pissed off because we ain't win yet. He wants to play now. And that's the type of player. That's just why we got to sign him back. Because that's the type of player I want on my team. That's the type of player I want on my team. But to answer your question, I think that the running game is more crucial than the passing game because if we're scoring quickly, then Chiefs get the ball back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I believe the passing game is a little more deadly. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
You know, listen, I understand the running game is deadly. Listen, because listen, this is what the Chiefs gonna have to figure out. You know, the running game can kill you. We've seen games where Jalen Hurts was able to kill them in the passing game, and they didn't have to run it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of teams, you know, as you look at the 49ers, what did Kyle Shanahan say? He said he was going to treat Jalen Hurts like a running back, and you got the Giants. Well, they're going to treat him like a running back, and I feel like if they do that versus the Chiefs, they're going to get just destroyed in the passing game. Because if you're the Chiefs, man, who are you more fear of? Yeah, the running game can be effective, but I don't want to get beat by A.J. Brown. I don't want to get beat by Devontae Smith because Devontae Smith can burn my corners. I have a better chance with my front four of stopping that run, and hopefully, if somehow if Redivas can maybe have some juice and maybe put on the show, stop this running game from happening. You can't stop AJ and Devontae from cooking the corners.
It's not possible.
No, it's not, because AJ Brown is aggressive when he catches the ball. Where running backs, you can game plan for them. Do I think the Chiefs will do it? No, I'm just saying when you look at this, if I'm a Chiefs player, I am more fear of AJ and Devontae Smith not killing my corners than the running backs. I don't want Jalen Hurts to throw it to those receivers. I want him as much as possible to hand it to these running backs. Yes. Because if I can get it somehow a stop on third down, maybe I can convert a punt. If you allow A.J. Brown and Devontae to cook you, it's over. Because once they get going, it's hard to stop. You know what I'm saying? And listen, they're both deadly, but the passing exposes a lot more, man. Expose your safeties, expose your defensive ends, because now they're like, oh, not only we got to worry about the running back, now we got to worry about these two. You know what I'm saying? Because the passing opens up also for the running game too, because now, the running back game might open up for the passing, but the passing is more a threat. Because if you can't stop the passing, your corners get exposed. Like I said, I'm going in circles, but I just think the passing game, you don't want to get killed in that. I'd rather take the chance with the running game killing me than the pass. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want AJ and Devontae Smith to go off on my corner, especially when they're rookies. You don't want them. We've seen hell. I don't think they're the same course, but we saw Eric Rowe as a rookie go and get Calvin Johnson. That is pretty much what I think these corners are going against, pretty much. Not like Kelvin Johnson, but is a similar type of player that can go up and get the ball and is physical. You know? I don't know, man.
Now there is a point that I want to bring up, going back to King DV's point. Time of possession last week, we nearly had a 2/3 advantage on the Niners last week, and that's because of the RPO. We have to appreciate the fact that literally that play, those type of plays alone are enough to freeze the linebackers and even the corners and safeties. It has so much an effect. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, we have a dual threat quarterback. And remember when Sentinel said something like running quarterbacks can't make the Super Bowl?
Is that the dude who told me that Brock Purdy was better than Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, the 49ers fan.
Yeah. He's looking sad right now.
Yeah, he is. But going back to the point, like running, take the time off the clock so we can control the game and keep the Chiefs off the field offensively.
But you don't want them to also give AJ Brown yards. You know what I'm saying? Now listen, the running game can kill a lot of teams. We've seen it. But I mean, listen, this is gonna be tough for the Chiefs, man. You know, because like I don't know if I'm defending the Eagles, I don't know how I stop this team because they beat you in so many ways. We're not even talking about Dallas Goedert can kill them. Dallas Goedert is an extra receiver, basically. You know, he's a great tight end, but I call him more of a receiver because he can go up and make catches. You know, I know King DV might think I'm crazy, but listen, if I'm a Chiefs player, I don't want AJ Brown and Devontae to cook me because I have a much better chance of stopping that run and holding them to a field goal or holding them to a third down and making them punt. If you can't stop AJ and Devontae, you're going to get exposed all through the defense because we're not talking about your safeties now. Now your safeties have to, change. Your game plans have changed now because now you're confused because what you did before is not working. You know what I'm saying? But they have to stop both. So, you're both right at the same time. I mean, that's not up to me.
No, I see. So your point of view is basically what you feel like the Chiefs should do. You know, my point of view is what I know that we capable of doing. That's the concept. So basically, yes, I agree. Dallas Goedert because they had a hard time with tight ends all season. Number one, number two, we're forgetting about Kenneth Gainwell. Had a lot of good games and good plays in the playoffs, right?
In that case, let's not forget
reminds me a little bit of the 2017 core.
Yeah, Boston Scott as well. But I'm saying, like, Kenneth Gainwell is one of those. He can catch, and then he also can run.
Yes.
Whereas though Miles Sanders, yes, we try to get him in the passing game and everything like that, but he's more of a runner. He's more of a runner than Gainwell.
I remember he's part of his rookie year, man.
Right. Back this postseason had a touchdown.
Yeah. And basically, I feel like that there's too many weapons on the offense for us for the Chiefs to stop because, like I said, they got to be accountable for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts could get out of situations. Jalen Hurts could throw the ball away. Jalen Hurts could run and lower his shoulder. 3rd and 2 or 4th and 1, you know what's going to happen.
Yep.
We're what, 20, what they say, 26 and 32 or something like that.
Yeah.
So in converting, so it's like what's going to happen, especially in the red zone. What's going to happen. It's a whole thing about who's going to have the first rushing touchdown. I believe it's going to be Jalen Hurts. A lot of people think it's going to be Miles Sanders, but I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts. We're going to get down the field quickly the first drive. We really are. And that defense is going to be monstrous for 4 quarters. 4 quarters, man. And I just think that they're going to have that same mentality. Brandon Graham came on and said it. He said basically they have a contest. Who's going to get the first sack? And whoever gets the first sack is like, all right, who's going to get the next one? And it's going to keep piling up. Patrick Mahomes is going to be scared for his life.
Yep.
He's going to be scared. He's going to be terrified for his life. And if he don't get him, Like we do got hard hitting safeties. Don't get that twisted.
Yeah.
Avonte Maddox is playing, so CJ is back there.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm saying that I don't see any possible way for the Chiefs to win this game.
No.
I see a possible way for the Chiefs to keep it close, but I don't see them winning this game at all.
I mean,
So
this
I
is
got a
why- this
question
is
for
why we're
both of
talking about.
you.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry about that. This is why we're talking about it because we don't gotta worry about it. We're gonna sit back and just relax.
I know,
Hey,
right?
Chiefs, go do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna sit back and relax, and you know what? That's not a problem. We are in good hands, man. And like I said, I don't think it's gonna be close. I've said all along, I would not be surprised if we see another Seahawks versus Denver Broncos game.
That's what I'm aiming
I
for. I want that so bad.
I
want that
think
so
it's going to
bad.
happen. I do because when you watch, I don't mean to cut you off here. I'll just say this and I'll let
Okay.
Warren go. You know, I've been talking too much. I know. When you watch Mahomes, you know, he's not going to throw deep. You know, he's going to try to throw screens. He's going to try to get the running backs involved. And if you notice, they love to throw it to Kelsey, and then Kelsey loves to try to pitch it back. You know what I'm saying? Or what they do is they love to try to get these running backs out in the backfield and throw, quick. It's just quick screens, basically. If you stop the quick screens and you make Mahomes stand, I'm keep on saying, if you make Mahomes stand in the pocket and just make him uncomfortable, take all his receivers away,
Yep.
he's going to throw picks, man.
Or cover
You know what I'm saying?
sacks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he's going to get past offensive line. They had Good Morning Football. I think Kyle Brandon told me that. Kyle Brandon said that he thinks Joe Tooney is better than Landon Dixon. No, he's not. You know, Landon Dixon's is to me an all-pro. You know, and if he was, he should have been. You know, we got one of the best offensive line. You can't see what Chiefs don't. Now they got some good offensive line. You know, but they don't have an offensive line like us. You know, and I think Mahomes going to be running for his life. And you know, and if he don't run for his life, he's going to be on the ground. And he's going to be in dirt stinks all game. So go ahead, Wayhan. I mean to cut you.
It's all good. So I got a question for both of y'all. How much do you think special teams is going to be a factor in this game?
With Covey?
Kickoffs, punt returns, and kicks.
With Covey or Boston Scott?
Boston.
Either one.
I don't know faith in Covey. I think he can do a little bit, but I don't know. Boston Scott, I had more faith in, but I mean, yeah, I mean, special teams would help a lot because if you get, a positive field position by a kickoff return, you can get this team in great position, and I'm glad you brought that up because I thought the Bengals were able to get some yards in the special teams too. They were able to get some, a little bit kickoff returns, and I think Boston Scott has the speed. If you don't stop him, he can take it all the way. He has that type of speed. We've seen it, but Covey, I don't know about that dude runs into defenders, There's an open lane, he runs into defenders, but I hope to God he can be able to make something happen. I would love to see a punt return in the Super Bowl, like what Devin Hester did the first time he got a punt return. I'm not saying he's Devin Hester, but I would love to see that, because this is the Super Bowl. Let everything go. Let everything that you can imagine just go out there and just play ball,
Right.
Play ball. I don't care what happens. I just want to win. Even if we don't blow this team out, I just want to win. I want to move forward. I want to see Lombardi Trophy in Philadelphia. And we're a better team. We should not lose this football game. And I feel like if we do, it's a disgrace because we're a better football team. And I don't think we're going to because if you saw the body language from Darius Slay, you saw Mahomes sitting there and KC, Andy Reid, the head coach, just sitting there comfortably. Darius Slay looking at the Lombardi Trophy. Jalen Hurts is looking at the Lombardi Trophy. Nick Sirianni's out here looking like, I can't wait for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I think the Chiefs are walking into, they're comfortable already. They think they were sweet. I mean, the body language says we're sweet. Between Frank Clark, like I said, running his mouth, talk about we didn't play this team. They think we're sweet. Yeah. They think that they are this elite team that we didn't see. And they're wrong. Because I'll say it again for everybody in the back, 70 sacks. We are for real. And they're going to find out the hard way because Mahomes, I'm telling you, he better be healthy with that ankle. I don't wish no injuries, but listen, if he can't run, he's going to be on his behind. I don't wish Mahomes, I hope he's 100%. I want to play Mahomes at 100% because then there's no excuse when we beat him, or he wasn't 100%. Because there's going to be an excuse if he's not 100%. if we win the Super Bowl. It's going to be Mahomes wasn't 100%. They didn't have receivers, which I really don't care because I ain't going to try to hear it. You know, if we win, we win. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to sit there and you're going to have to cry, or you're going to throw a fit, or you just going to have to be miserable for a while because we're going to be celebrating while y'all going to be soaking, you know? And the media's going to have to acknowledge us, you know? And that's all I can't wait for. I can't wait for the media to sit there and look silly one more time because they've been looking silly all year.
So
I'm going cry. I'm sorry about that.
No, you good. Boston Scott is our best chance to get positive yards in this in the special teams. Britton Covey, yes, he does run into the defense or whatever like that. He does run into that. But is that more of the blocking or is that Covey? That's the question that we all have to face because we're not looking at the whole field. When he catches the ball, we're looking at him, seeing what he's doing. Number one. Number two, I don't think it's going to make a difference only because the longer the field, more time on the clock that we could take, or more space that Jalen Hurts has to work with to the point where now defense has to be on the field longer. So if we're getting first downs with our running back, if we're getting first down with our quarterback, and then it's like, okay, play action, or okay, fake handoff. Okay, I'm doing it. Anybody in a slot and they yards have to catch, take it. Or hey, test the waters. Throw the ball towards the end zone. See what's going on.
I mean, you got two receivers who can go up and get the ball.
Yeah, right. But you could do that. You could do that. Those things. That's what I say. I don't think the special teams really will matter in this game. The NFC is more physical than the AFC. Let's just put that out there. To the point where Mahomes, like I said, all year, he did not play the Eagles. They keep saying we didn't play him. He did not play us at all.
No.
We're hungry. We got so many hungry dogs on this roster, man. You know, we want to do it for the vets, first of all. You know, you want to do it for Fletch. You want to do it for Brandon Graham. Things like that because they like how this team came together. You want to do it for Kelsey. But then you got CJ Gardner-Johnson that was, you know, hey, are you the best safety in the league? Are you the best a slot corner in the league? That's what they asked him when he was with the Saints before he got traded to us.
And he's leading, I believe, in picks as a safety.
Oh, he's tied. With somebody I forgot.
Who tied him?
I don't know. It's somebody else that got 6 though. Somebody else that got 6.
I didn't know.
They said it in the first playoff game that we played against the Giants. It was somebody that got 6. I don't know who though. But anyway, him. Of course, you got Jalen Hurts. Miles Sanders is on a contract here. Our whole offensive line, besides probably Kelsey, has gotten hurt, and they're playing through injury. They want this. I think we're hungrier than them. Period. Now, ex-Dallas Cowboy Emmitt Smith basically came out. JC, shout out my bro JC. He basically posted this on his Twitter. He said, Emmitt Smith said, the Eagles is going to win. And if the Eagles win this Super Bowl, Cowboys fans can't say nothing. That's exactly what came out of his mouth.
Oh, they will. You know what
I know they're going to because they're obnoxious. They hold on to the past. Like it hasn't been almost 30 years since they went to the Super Bowl.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I already see Cowboy contractors talk about that it's going to be their year next year. Like Jerry Jones is waiting from Vegas. I mean, I'm already hearing them. You know what I'm saying? All I'm hearing is, they had CeeDee Lamb out here, and he talked about he can't wait for next year. Listen,
check your screen share real quick. These are the INT leaders. So he's tied with 3 other people: Tyreek Woolen, Minka Fitzpatrick, and Justin Simmons. Picks this year.
Yeah, but I feel like if CJ Gardner-Johnson didn't get hurt, they would have never got close to him in picks. I feel like he was on the tear, and when he went down, I feel like you still see him hitting, but I feel like he was on a tear that if he was still able to stay healthy, I think he would have been having more, And I feel like if he was, listen, you want to know the good thing about him getting hurt was he would have been way more money than he is now. I don't think we would be able to sign him because he would have been so much better. Now, I think we would sign him, but it would have been way more money than it is now, because when he got hurt, and it's not a good thing because it affected us, but it also prevented him from getting paid more than he would have gotten. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going to get a big bag, and I think he's going to get a big bag regardless, but I think he would have got more if he was healthy. But
I'll say it like this. Howie Roseman saved some money there.
Yeah, I mean, Howie Roseman's listen, last year, you know how I feel about him. I know a lot of content creators went after me, talking about, and I went after Howie Roseman. Hey, Ray and I went after Howie Roseman. We had a live stream cursing at him. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I can admit I was wrong. I admit, even with John DeGanis, I think I'm wrong. I can admit I'm wrong, and Howie Roseman's proved to be wrong. I said, go out there and get Jalen Hurts weapons. What did he do? He goes out and gets A.J. Brown, right? We were sitting on draft day, and we're hiding out. We're on draft day, right? We're sitting there, and we're saying, where's this receiver? Because you saw Olave going, and we're like, what do we do? He goes out there and he trades for a star receiver. You know what I'm saying? A star receiver, still 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? And then before that, he drops Devontae Smith. And then after that, he goes out and he says, you know what? JJ, it's time for you to go. Go to Seattle because we should have got Metcalf. Jalen Rager, it's time for you to go. You had your welcome. Go to Vikings and go to Minnesota where we should have gotten Justin Jefferson. So he admitted his wrongs. He drafted good players. And you know what? The guy's proved to be wrong. He's building a Super Bowl champion culture this year. And, he's done everything that I was skeptical about, and I hope he stays aggressive. Listen, if we can get this every year, listen, I'll be a happy camper. You are not here one complaining on me. Even if he doesn't do it, I can never disrespect him again because he's done it. And he's not done it once, but he's done it twice. It's all about what have you done for me lately? And he's done that. So I just want to give Howie Roseman some praise, man. But I didn't mean to cut you off.
I want to piggyback off of that. All right,
go ahead.
So I always listen on my way to work. I am on my way home.
Mm-hmm.
I always listen to 97.5 and or 94.1, and both radio stations basically said that Howie Roseman deserves all the praise on both championship runs. Howie Roseman basically got that extension, that 3-year extension, and said, "Look, we're going to make a title run."
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. In the Chip Kelly era, Jeff Lurie told Howie Roseman to take a back seat. Mm-hmm. Let Chip Kelly, because Chip Kelly wasn't going to sign with us unless he was able to, take control of that everything, which he messed up.
Yeah, that was
when we fired Chip Kelly. He pushed Jeff Lurie, pushed Howie Roseman right back in the position.
Mm-hmm.
We got a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Now he got an extension, and now he got this young quarterback that everybody was doubting in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
he basically in the middle of the season, we was having trouble in the run defense. What he do? Got 2 vets, Joseph Sue, and look what we did to Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
those type of things matter. Like he's like, all right, we got to fix these things and whatever like that. And I'm only saying this because on the other side of things, basketball wise, our GM on basketball wise in Philadelphia is not doing that. Mm-hmm. But in the NFL,
it reminds me of the Cowboys so much.
Huh?
It reminds me of the Cowboys, the Sixers.
Right. And like Howie Roseman put this whole thing together to the point where it's like, okay, we know we got these vets and everything. He's gonna make sure everybody eats to the point where if they want to take a friendly deal, if they want to run it back, some players might want to get this ring and then be like, all right, well, now I'm chasing the money. That's okay too. But remember, we still got Nakobe Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We still got Jordan Davis.
And we got 2 first-round picks next year too.
We got 2 first-round picks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And he could work that. He could work that.
And I would not be surprised Howard Roseman trades one of them, and
I wouldn't be shocked
following you. You know, Like, and I want to piggyback off of what you said because I agree with everything you said, but I also want to add, I mean, part of it was the fact that Harry Roseman took a chance on the quarterback. And when we drafted Jalen Hurts, it was, and listen, I'll say it again. I didn't hate the player. I hated the pick at the time. And anybody thought it was a great pick. Listen, at the time it was horrible. But now you understood why they did it. You know, because I knew when you drafted a quarterback in the second round, Carson Wentz was going. You know, I don't care what anybody says. They said he was going to be back. No, you don't draft a quarterback in the second round if he's a backup, man. You do that in the third. You do that in the fourth. You know, Jalen Hurts was going to be a starter. You know, even before the draft, a lot of teams were he was supposed to be still, you know, if not an early second round pick, a late third rounder, or not late third, early third rounder, or late second. He was going to go regardless. And I think that when you have a guy like Carson Wentz who can't stay healthy, and now when you look at it, was a problem in the locker room. You know, didn't have the winning mentality. As Harry Roseman said today, I know you saw the article right? I sent you. He's sitting there saying that Carson Wentz, if he can't hire in a competition, he's not the guy for us.
Yes.
And that's why I think when you heard the DMs where he was saying Carson Wentz get to behind back out in the field, I think it's true. Because when you look at it, Howie Roseman saw a flaw in the quarterback. And instead of going out and getting a receiver, which he could have gotten CeeDee Lamb if he wanted to trade a second. Listen, we could have traded the second round to Atlanta and the first to get CeeDee Lamb. He chose to get a quarterback because he saw the biggest need. And that was a quarterback because he knew his quarterback couldn't get it done.
And he couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah. I mean, even last year, a lot of people didn't like the fact that we took offensive line. I was happy because I said, yeah, it's not the sexy pick. But when Jason Kelce retires, you got a center. Heck, I mean, even if, let's say, Andre Dillard walks and Isaac Smala walks, you got you can put the guy that we drafted,
Cam Jurgens.
Cam Jurgensen, and where Isaac Smala is, and then you go draft another one. Like, I would not be surprised if he does that. Yeah, you know. But I feel like the Eagles are in a great position to win, and I feel like that this team, as my guy Bird Game 31 says, it's going to build a dynasty. You know, this team is ready to not only win this year, but next year, the following year. We got so many we got 2 first-round picks this year, and we got picks down the road. You know what I'm saying? So, and I believe Howard's going to trade one of those first because he's not keeping 2 first-round picks. He's going to trade one, he's going to move back, or he's going to try to trade one for the following year because that's what he does. And you know that's smart because now when you look at it, you see where we are, you know? But again, man, I'm just excited to where we are, man. You know, and I feel like this Eagles team's only – listen, we don't win it this year. We're going to win one next year, you know, because this team's only going to build off the confidence. But I feel like this Eagles team is going to go out there. They're going to handle business. You know, this is the team that you don't want to face. When I told everybody, and I said a while ago, you don't want the Eagles to get the number 1 seed. If you're going to take us out now. Because I said if we get hot in the playoffs, it's over. Yes. Nobody's stopping us. And they told me I was crazy. And now look at them. You know? And you see why we're legit. Because we thrive off the playoffs. We thrive off the home field. You know? Go ahead.
Nobody can stop us in the home field. That's what it is.
No.
So, question for y'all. So,
this is fun, by the way. I appreciate y'all.
Who do you think
Go ahead.
will get the first sack on Mahomes?
Oh, I am going to say Hassan Reddick. I am just in love with that man. He is always there in that backfield, man. I swear to God, it's going to be Hassan Reddick. He's going to get the first 2 sacks. That's my bold prediction.
You know what? I'm going to go for the guy that skipped Tom Brady. I'm going to go with Brandon Graham because I watched Brandon Graham stare at Mahomes, and when Mahomes said, "I don't want to make him mad," I think Brandon Graham's going to go after him. Brandon Graham, listen, he's on his last year as an Eagle. He wants to get paid. He wants to let the Eagles players know. And by the way, we haven't talked about Brandon Graham. The fact that he should have been, comeback player of the year. You know, the fact he come off on a poor Achilles. And you saw how important it was. And I thought part of it last year why our team wasn't good the way it is now is part of it because Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham meant so much to his locker room. You know what I'm saying? He meant so much to his locker room. And when he left, the whole team, I think, fell apart. You know, you had young players who didn't know what was going on, and you had a veteran that just couldn't stay healthy last year, unfortunately. And the whole team fell apart. And this year, he's staying healthy. He's having one of his best years. Yeah, he don't have the biggest sack like he had before, but he's still getting pressure. And I believe he was able to get to. I think he was able to get to a quarterback last week. He was able to create turnovers. You know, he's making an impact on this Eagles team, and the fact that he's doing it at this type of age, and the fact that you're seeing him coming off an Achilles, off the 1 year surgery from Achilles injury, it's incredible, man. And I feel like Mahomes is going to have a problem because 55 is coming for another strip sack. He's going to keep on doing what he did and continue from the Tom Brady, who, by the way, I know you like him. I hate Tom Brady. When we beat him, I didn't think that was because we played the GOAT. I say we got to lick that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad we got to lick that because I couldn't stand the Patriots. Just like I can't stand the Chiefs, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody told us we couldn't beat the Patriots.
Yep.
And when we beat them, and now we can't beat Mahomes. I feel like we're made for these type of games. We can beat the best. And if we beat Mahomes, not only we beat supposedly the GOAT like y'all say he is, listen, I don't never say, but listen, you want to say the GOAT? And we have a chance to beat one of the best quarterbacks, the young GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have a chance to be the only team that does it.
Yeah.
So,
man, I'm sorry, I'm going on in circles, man.
You good. So you said Hassan Reddick. Now, I'm hoping and praying that for the Chiefs' sake that they don't sit up there and take a page out of the Niners book and put a tight end on Reddick.
Oh God, that'd be
because then you would be right. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I'm gonna go another route.
Okay.
I think my guy Josh Sweat. I think he's gonna get it. I think he's gonna get the first sack. Only because the pressure's gonna come from that side. And I see Patrick Mahomes trying to scramble to try to make a play to the point where, you know, he's giving time for his receivers to get open, and Josh Sweat is going to be right there. I think he's going to get the first sack. A lot of people said Hargrave also. That's an honorable mention.
Yes.
I mean, you can't go with either or. You know, Josh Sweat. Listen, I want to talk about a guy that's underrated. Listen, this guy, everybody talk about Hassan Reddick, but Josh Sweat. Listen, he's been our best player, you know, since we drafted him. He's gotten better. Every year he's gotten better, you know. And when you saw when he got his full position, when they got rid of that the other guy that's we ain't gonna name, but he eventually will get a Super Bowl named Derek Barnett. Yeah. When he was able to take
no. He's not going. Not to cut you off, but he's not going. He just got hurt.
No,
he's still here.
He's still good his ring though.
He's still gonna get a ring.
I know that. I'm talking about
he's gonna be on the team next year.
Oh,
I'm hoping we trade him. Trade him for the draft picks. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's Josh Sweat's time. You know what I'm saying? Derek Barnett needs to go somewhere else. Maybe he'll go to the Vikings with Jalen Reagor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I hope he can prove me wrong, but listen, Josh Sweat to me is the better player.
Yeah.
And we paid him more. Josh Sweat got the bag. Derek Barnett didn't. Derek Barnett got another extension, but Josh Sweat got the bag. And Josh Sweat showed you that he can be dominant and he can do things to help the team, you know? And I feel like Josh Sweat is not going to lose his position. And I'm going to tell you right now, Josh Sweat's going to go off in this game. I think this whole defense about to eat. I can see a Carson Wentz game at week 3 where we were just eating them alive.
Yes.
Was it week 3? Was it week 3? I think it was week 3.
Yeah, it was. 9
you know what I'm saying?
sacks.
Where everybody said, oh, that was supposed to be the great quarterback. You remember everybody was picking Carson Wentz that year? And we killed him. I feel like we can have that on Mahomes. Now, Mahomes can run a lot more. You know, Carson Wentz couldn't run as fast. You know, he can't run at all. But Mahomes can. You got to get Mahomes on the ground. Because if you make one mistake, he can kill you. He has wheels. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how the ankle's going to be, but I feel like if you can be able to get Mahomes on the ground, he's going to hear footsteps and he's going to play, as we say, backyard football, or as we say about Carson Wentz.
Yeah, with the circus throws.
he's going to try to play hero ball. And he's going to throw.
Do
And
that.
I think the Eagles going to get a couple turnovers in this game.
We got too many key players on defense for him to try to do that. You know, I remember the first time we played the 49ers with Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox stuck. He was on George Kittle. Now, George Kittle is another great tight end. I'm not going to take anything away from him, regardless of what he said. But I wouldn't mind Avonte Maddox on Travis Kelce. A lot of people want to see C.J. Gardner-Johnson on Travis Kelce, but I wouldn't mind that. It's going to be a lot of batted footballs to the point where it's going to result in a couple of turnovers. Think about this. Patrick Mahomes had a high turnover rate to be Patrick Mahomes this year. So, with that being said, we got the best, if not one of the best secondaries in the league.
Oh, we got the best. I believe
best 1-2 combo.
The 1-2 combo, but then you got to be accountable for C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and then you also got to be accountable for Avonte Maddox. He's no slouch.
Like our defense,
and we got and we got one of the best hard hitting safeties in Marcus Epps. A lot of people sleep on that. Marcus Epps is there, and if anybody got to come out the game, I believe in the young guy Blankenship. I really believe in him.
Me too.
I don't want to see Kayvon Wallace in this game. I do not want to see Kayvon Wallace in this game.
I don't want to see Josiah Scott either.
I mean, I don't know. But
his ass
posting on IG. He's posting some of his clips this year, man. It's funny. He's out here posting his so-called clips. And someone in the comments told me that, someone told him in his comments that he should have more playing time. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Kayvon Wallace.
Oh, God.
He's on IG posting some clips of him this year. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he makes. You know how they make highlights and they put music in the background. Yeah, he out here showing his hard hits, and then someone in the comments said, "I don't know why we don't give you a chance. You're a really hard hitter. You're a dog." You know what I'm saying?
His highlights were probably a measly 2 minutes.
But he's not a good safety, man. I think Kayvon Wallace is a guy that, you know, is a good serviceable safety when you have him on the team. But like, I don't see him replacing a guy like, for example, if somehow, which I don't think will happen, it's not going to happen. If we lose C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I don't know if Kayvon Wallace starts over him. I don't know if he can take over the place. I don't know if he can take over Epps' place. You know what I'm saying? Kayvon Wallace hasn't shown me that. You know, maybe he made some plays here and there, but he hasn't shown me that he can be elite safety. You know what I'm saying? You know when C.J. Gardner-Johnson's in the game, he's effective.
Who do y'all think will score the first touchdown?
AJ Brown. I got AJ.
I got Devontae Smith. Have you seen the last couple of times where
you can't go wrong.
Sorry, not AJ Brown, but Jalen Hurts has went to Devontae Smith initially.
And that was a hell of a catch, man. Even though he didn't catch up, I don't care. The way he was able to go grab that ball, it's not easy. And I think it was in the rain too, right? Wasn't it in the rain a little bit?
Yeah.
That ball is wet, you know?
So going back to my point, there's a pattern with Jalen Hurts as far as who he's going to go to start these games. And I think Devontae Smith is finally going to get the first touchdown in these playoffs in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown's going to go off. You know,
I think the same thing going to happen on that drive. It's not going to be one of those plays that should have been challenged, though. I think that it's going to be a big play to the point where we in the red zone, and I think Miles Sanders scored the first touchdown.
Okay,
I got Miles Sanders only because you got to run the ball 4 times in the red zone against this team because they're not good against the run.
Yep.
They're not the best team against the run.
So they're not good in the pass either.
They're not good in the pass either, but at the same time, you know, throwing the ball up to try to for somebody to get it, man, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I mean, could you see, listen, I'm gonna throw a wild idea. What if the Chiefs actually show up and they take away our passing game? Like, listen, I'm giving way too much praise, but the 49ers passing defense, I didn't think it was that great. They were able to stop us, though.
Yeah.
You know, could the Chiefs do it? No, I don't think so. I think
mean-
AJ Brown and Devontae are going to cook. Yeah,
Can I ask you a question?
But I don't think it's going to happen.
I just want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that the Chiefs secondary is better than Dallas secondary?
No.
Right.
I mean,
And our backup quarterback almost put up 40 on them.
Yes.
it should have won the game if he threw the ball better.
I know. I'm just saying.
Listen, I was telling where you're hiding before the Saints game. I said we're not winning this football game.
I went to that game.
Yeah.
I went to that game.
I told people, I said I don't have faith in Minshew, and they told me, "Oh, he can win this game." I said he's not winning this football game.
I said if he can put if he can put up almost 40 on the Cowboys, he can win this game. And boy, was I wrong.
Yeah,
It was bad. It was bad play calling from Steichen, and also it was bad reads by him. Like he wasn't reading any of the offense.
He was
Especially-
literally staring down receivers.
I mean, he threw a pick six when there was no reason why he threw that ball.
When that happened, half of the stadium left out.
Oh, AJ Brown first at him. If you notice, AJ Brown even celebrated him when he got the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel, and that's when I'm hearing still Chris Sims over here talking about, oh, anybody can play in the system. Well, if that's the case, then Mitchell should be able to play in the system. You know, like you can't play in Jalen Hurts' system. Let me explain for everybody. I don't care if you bring Lamar Jackson in this game and put him in the Eagles' spotlight with this offensive line. He's not going to have the same success as Jalen Hurts. He might have a better running game. He might have a better running ability, but he won't be able to throw the ball like Jalen Hurts.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones, let's be real, he can't stay on his own 2 feet.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It looks like sometimes he has his shoes untied and he's tripping over his shoelaces sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. It's crazy that you said that. Not to cut you off, but
Yeah, go ahead.
John Clark interviewed him, and he basically was saying that Daniel Jones can run this offense. He can't run this offense.
No.
He can't. Nobody's scared of Daniel Jones running.
No. I mean, it's like Chris Sims, man. Like, I feel like like my teacher told me years ago in class, it's like a little slide. All you do is open your mouth and stuff comes out and you don't even make sense. That's what it is. Yeah, here, it's like a little slide. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know when to shut up. You know, like Chris Sims out here saying that when you just got ripped apart by me. You hate it when they ripped you apart.
Yeah.
And then you do the exact same thing. It's like me doing the exact same thing, right? You telling me I was wrong. And then I said, oh, I'm going to look for my mistakes on here. And then I go doing the exact same thing. And you rip me apart. And then I cry and boo-hoo. And then I talk about I can destroy anybody. No, you can't destroy anybody. Because you can't even destroy who's in front of you. Because he made you look like a clown in front of everyone. You know, John Clark out here looking like he just saw someone with no IQ talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I think Jalen's a good quarterback. But after you say but, it's an excuse. After you say but, it's a justification. After you say but, you're saying why I'm right. And not the fact that Jalen Hurts is just say Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback and move on. You know, I don't know why they give him a time in the day to interview him.
So
I'll just say this real quick and I'll let you go. Chris Sims, I don't know why he's talking about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has made it past you. Jalen Hurts has done things that you can't do. If you look at Chris Sims' stats, I don't think it's better than take the worst quarterback, Mark Sanchez. I don't know if he's better than Mark Sanchez.
or Jamarcus Russell.
Mark Sanchez went further. I mean, I don't get why this Jaboni talking, man, but go ahead.
But I was going to say, like, what do you think about Chris Sims putting him top 10, but not top 5?
I think it's called stupidity. And, you know, that's when that's when you just say, you know what, he's never going to change. There's no point of watching him. You know, Chris Sims living off his daddy's success. You know what I'm saying? If Chris Sims didn't have the word Sims as a last name, he wouldn't be on this platform talking to analysts, talking to people on TV. He would be me, you, and King DV. And I think we should be on the TV over him. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we would have a better chance of actually building an audience. Because he don't build an audience.
No.
He makes fans who watch him or audience who watch him lose brain cells. The same thing with Dan Sileo. I don't know why I keep on hearing him show up on my channel. I unsubscribe from him, and I still get him. And I try to watch him, but it's like the media find ways to hate on Jalen Hurts. And I feel like the only way he's going to get respect, he's never going to get respect, but I feel like the only way, maybe, is he wins the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I don't mean to get on tangent, my fault.
He's not going to ever get respect because at the same time, they so used to him felon and having to climb back. All the media day questions to Jalen Hurts was about him reflecting on what it took to get here or the things you went through in college, things like that. No, let's talk about what's going on right now.
Alabama, man.
Let's talk about what's going on right now. I'm an MVP candidate. I proved everybody wrong with my passing. And then also, we got the number 1 seed. We the number 1 seed in the NFC East. And also on top of that, I'm in the Super Bowl. You can't say anything to me. And only thing you can hold against me is if I lose. But when we win, then it's like, okay, well, can he do it again? Because the Cowboys is going to re-up. They're going to come back strong. I believe in Jerry Jones. This is what national media is going to do. I'm just getting everybody set up and ready. And then the fans is going to chime in. The Cowboys fans is going to chime in.
I can't wait for draft day.
They're going to be excited about being the favorites next year.
No. Oh, you can watch Cowboys fans meltdown on draft day. They're drafting a quarterback. It's coming. It's coming. Listen.
Now,
Jerry Jones are scouting quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Too bad he's going to get the wrong quarterback. I hope the guy gets that TCU quarterback, man. I hope the God he does it. Because I'll laugh my behind off just like Daniel Jones when the Giants drafted him. You know what I'm saying?
They can get a quarterback to back up Dak Prescott.
No. They're going to get a quarterback because Dak's going to be gone. They're going to try to listen. If you watch Jerry Jones,
okay,
he's going to try to copycat the Eagles.
Yep.
He's going to try to want to get that same magic the Eagles got with Jalen Hurts and try to see if he can get that in Dallas. Because if you remember right, before Jalen Hurts became an Eagle, Jerry Jones had Jalen Hurts not one time, but 2 times an interview on his big screen. If the Eagles didn't draft Jalen Hurts, I believe he would have been in Dallas Cowboys. And I believe that it was going to be Dak Prescott's replacement. But they didn't do it. They had to pay Dak Prescott. That's what I'm saying. Like, Jalen Hurts, I believe we drafted him because they took CeeDee Lamb. We took their quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Now, I believe the Cowboys are going to do something stupid. And I believe they're going to draft a TCU quarterback.
You said something about magic. I have a question. I asked my coworker this earlier.
Go ahead.
We win this Super Bowl Sunday. What Super Bowl is more meaningful? The first one or this one?
I think this one. And I'm going to honestly say that this team, when we win the Super Bowl, is better all around than 2017, but not by much, considering that we hadn't had to deal with so much resiliency after losing so many players. Not this year. We kept all of our players. Most of them have been injured, not even injured, but healthy most of the year. I think this team has done things that I didn't see in 2017. And that's pretty remarkable, to be honest.
I mean, you want to take a look at the roster? I take A.J. Brown over Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah,
I like Alshon Jeffrey. Give me A.J. Brown over here. I'll take Devontae Smith over Torrey Smith. I like Torrey Smith, but I'll take my Devontae Smith over him. Let's look at the defense. Bo Allen. I don't think he's a starter on his team. I don't think he's a starter if we have our starters right now. Vinny Curry. I like him, but I don't think he's a starter right now if he's on his Eagles team. Right. I would take every defensive player right now that I have over this 2017 defense. The only one I might not take over.
Malcolm Jenkins.
No, it's not that. LeGarrette Blount. I think LeGarrette Blount with this Eagles offense
Mm.
would have been. You want to talk about this running game now? LeGarrette Blount would make Jalen Hurts look even more of a superstar quarterback. And he's already a superstar quarterback. But listen, he would have made him so dynamic. You already think it's dynamic now. If you add LeGarrette Blount with this offense line and this receiving core, I'm going to tell you right now,
Yeah.
you don't even got to worry about the ring. You might as well just hand it to us. I mean, you got to hand it to us now because we got still a legit running back. But I feel like LeGarrette Blount would make so much of dynamic plays in this offense. I feel like he would have been perfect because Jalen Hurts and LeGarrette Blount would have matched up, you know? But no, I think this is our best year. This would be my favorite year because everything that led up to this Eagles team. You know, we weren't underdogs into Carson Wentz. I didn't mean to cut you off. My fault.
No, go ahead.
Into Carson Wentz went down. Since the day one, they've been asking, can Jalen Hurts win? Can Jalen Hurts do this? Go get Deshaun Watson. Go get Russell Wilson. You got Daniel Jeremiah over here. And I also got the video that I made where when he's sending us saying we should give up 2 first-round picks, or we got another one the following year. Just go get a superstar. Go win championships. Jalen Hurts had to hear all that. And the fact he was able to turn all that negative energy, he didn't go out there, he didn't cry, he didn't throw a tantrum, he didn't do it like typical quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
He went out there, he put the hard work in, he blocked all the noise, he worked on everything he did. Harry Roseman helped him by getting him receivers.
And thank you, Loki. Thank you, Tom Brady, too.
Was able to develop, and people didn't think. Listen, when I thought he was going to develop, I didn't think it was going to be this.
Yes.
Nobody did. Nobody did.
You know what I'm saying? And you have never seen that type of jump from a quarterback like that. I think he might be bigger than Carson Wentz from 17.
I'm telling you, though, Tom Brady was a key in all of this, too, because remember, in the summer, he trained with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do y'all think about the statue that we have up now? Do you put a Carson Wentz right next to it? I'm not Carson Wentz.
Oh!
Not Carson Wentz. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts. Do you put Jalen Hurts statue next to it, or do you replace it with a Jalen Hurts?
I say we put it right next to Nick Foles.
Okay.
You kind of gave me a heart attack with the whole.
No, not Carson Wentz. No, sorry.
I mean, we could put a Carson Wentz. It just got to be far away near the dumpster.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. I'm all for putting a Carson Wentz statue. Just make it far away from Nick Foles. Make it far away to do it.
I say keep Nick Foles there. Keep Nick Foles there, and
I don't want
Jalen Hurts right next to it.
Okay.
I mean,
Nick Foles.
You want to hear my plan? If Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl, I think that you put the Nick Foles, and I think you can put it like in, at this point, I'll put it in the museum and put Jalen Hurts out on the statue outside. I like Nick Foles, but I feel like if you get a franchise quarterback that was drafted and won us the Super Bowl, you can forget about the Nick Foles. I like Nick Foles. I always thank him for what he did, but I'll take Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts.
That's what I was looking for.
I'm going to tell you why. You can go all you want. I like what Nick Foles did, but I feel like this Eagles team, the way Jalen Hurts was able to do all this and win a Super Bowl, if I have to pick up one statue to keep, Nick Foles, bye-bye. I always will love him for what he did. I always liked Doug Peterson. I'll keep Nick Foles' statue, but I would make sure it'll be in a nice statue indoors. That way it don't get broken, or put it somewhere where it won't, where people can go and take pictures of it. But I feel like Jalen Hurts needs to be a center of attention if he wins in Philadelphia.
That's a good question.
I want posters everywhere, Jalen Hurts. I want statues of Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I don't mind having, buses that have a picture of Jalen Hurts. Because if he does it, he will be the first Eagles quarterback as a starter. Because Nick Foles hasn't played a full season. Jalen Hurts has done that as a starter to win us a Super Bowl.
Yes.
He would do something that McNabb couldn't do. Carson Wentz before he got hurt. That was the only year he really couldn't do.
Yeah.
Randall Cunningham couldn't do it as much as how great he was.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think most of the other quarterbacks, I don't think it's all their fault. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Jalen Hurts is taking this opportunity. He's going to thrive off of it. This kid is meant for this type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts is always known for winning in big games. This is a big game right here. Go ahead.
I think that you would be right if you were national media, because when we won in 2017, when we won in 2017, they were saying that, oh, the Eagles caught lightning in a bottle.
You're still saying it now.
Yeah. It's saying
right? No. They're saying that we had an easy ride. They didn't say that in 2017. What they said was we didn't know that the Eagles. They didn't know that the Eagles was going to win. They never said that it was an easy ride, because it wasn't easy.
I mean, in the regular season, when we beat Denver, corner them, we didn't beat nobody. I mean, I remember how many games we beaten people in 17.
Not the regular season. I'm talking about the playoffs.
Oh, even the playoffs, they picked. How many times did they pick the Falcons to beat us?
That's what I'm saying. They picked the Falcons
and the Vikings.
We were supposed to lose to the Vikings. Yeah,
and Tom Brady was supposed to beat us.
Right. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, but was that road easy? Yes or no?
No.
But they're saying this road was easy,
and it's not.
No route to the Super Bowl is ever easy.
So yes, if that was the case, and we set up there and we beat Patrick, we beat Patrick Mahomes. Yes, I will be with you to replace that statue and put that inside for people to take pictures of. But
we'll just keep both. How about that?
I think that's what's going to happen. That's going to stay in that place, and Jalen Hurts and possibly Nick Sirianni is going to be.
It's not going to be possible
on the other side. No, I don't know if he's going to be by himself or with the coach.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I hope we get another Philly special somehow. Maybe we do a Philly special, in the Super Bowl, and we pull out the tricks. Hey, I don't mind. Hey, you know what I would love? I would love when we did a fake punt. They think we're punting. Whoops. You know what I'm saying? Try to get a first down. Fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City Chiefs are trying to get the ball back, even though they're not in this game at all, and they want the ball back, and we just absolutely screw them, and we fake a punt and steal the game. You know what I'm saying? And then Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni hugging each other, and they're celebrating, and that would be the statue right there. You know what I'm saying? Them doing the handshake. I got a little off topic, but I would love to.
Okay. I got one last question.
I'm sorry, I went off a little topic, man.
No. One last question.
I would love to do it.
What are y'all 3 keys to victory and final score?
I'll go last.
Oh, you're gonna put me on first? All right.
Yeah, I talk too much, man. I want to get on your nerves.
So my 3 keys to victory. That Travis Kelce matchup is going to be interesting. Whoever's sticking him on linebacker, I need CJ to be over the top. It's not going to look like a double team at first, but then CJ Gardner just come right in. That's going to be my first key, stopping Travis Kelce. The second key is making sure that Patrick Mahomes doesn't get outside of the pocket. I need some cover sacks. I need some turnovers. I need some interceptions. That's going to be my second key. The third key is making sure you own time of possession like you have done these past 2 postseason games. And we've won them by 2/3, almost 2/3 each and every time we've played our playoff games. That's going to be another key. And I think if we win in all 3 phases, it's going to be exactly like my final score, which I'm predicting is going to be 34-10.
That was my score. Stole my score.
Okay.
I said 34-10. How you going to take my score? No, sorry.
You said 37 or 40-10.
I said 34 first. It's cool. You can take it. Listen, I'm all about sharing. It's cool. Go ahead. I'll go last.
You say you go last?
Yeah, I'll go last. I talk too much, man.
All right. So, number 1, don't go out there and lose your identity. That's number 1. The identity of running the ball. That's our foundation. And then we can get our playmakers the ball to the point where we're moving the ball. Number 2, We have to win in the trenches, as Hassan Reddick said. We got to win on both sides of the ball on the line. That's where the game is won at, period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Yes, we're going to need our turnovers. We're going to need everybody hands on deck to the point where everybody's healthy, the rotational players and Brandon Graham and so forth. They have to be ready at all times. But that line has to be strong. We got to be able to block what's his name, Chris Jones, like we blocked Bosa. You know what I'm saying? And number 3, I would say basically unleash Jalen Hurts this game. That's what you have to do. You cannot worry about his shoulder. No. Can't worry about it. This is the last game of the season, and we're, honored and it's a blessing to play in this last game. But this is the last game of the season, and you got to let it all out. You have to. And I know Jeff Lurie basically said it doesn't make or break Jalen Hurts. He's our franchise quarterback.
Yes.
But Jalen Hurts wants this. He said we got one more. Let Jalen Hurts go out there and be Jalen Hurts. And then the rest of the team will follow. That's been a leader all year. They asked them a question on media day. Hey, what's the best Jalen Hurts quote? These are things that stick with grown men. 52 grown men. This is what's sticking with them. So, yeah, allow Jalen Hurts to be Jalen Hurts, and the rest of the team will follow. And that's my 3 takes. My final score is a little bit closer than what y'all guys got it. I got it 34-20.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you, if it's that, I'm gonna be very disappointed. That means I was probably on my hands and knees and
praying that we squeak out a win.
Probably yelling at Jonathan Gannon when I gave him credit. I'm saying, like, I'm hoping that we blow
like where we allow 33 points in the Super Bowl.
If that happens, man, don't bother calling me because I ain't going to be here in a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be silent. I don't care if we win it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be silent because it should not be a close game. You know what I'm saying? That means that this team was a little rusty going to this game and not prepared. And I think they're going to be ready to go. I think they're going to be guns blazing, ready to hit, But my three takeaways is this. Number 1, got to run the football. As you said, the trenches, right? I feel like this is a game where we need Miles Sanders to have his best game of his Eagles career. He has a lot of them. Mm-hmm. But this is where the running backs who want to get paid, maybe not from us, but other teams, this is where they get paid.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you show up in the big moment? I feel like if you run the football and you do what you did with the 49ers, you did against the Giants, I think this defense is going to be on their heels. And I think they're going to have a hard job stopping this run. My number 2, keys of the game. I need my defense to play the exact same way that we have been playing all year for last playoff games. And listen, I hope I really, really think that Jonathan Gannon will not respect Patrick Mahomes. I'm hoping he don't do what I saw last year because I've given this guy credit. When he sat there in the car and said, we're going to gut this team out. And I'm like, yes, there's my defense coordinator. This is what I wanted. This is Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if he's the best. I want them to treat him like any other quarterback, like Brock Purdy or Daniel Jones. Even though he's none of them, don't give this guy respect. Because once you do it, you make yourself look weak. You make yourself look like fresh meat, and you make yourself a target. You don't want to give the quarterback respect.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Gannon needs to put these guys in best positions. Hassan Reddick needs to eat. Josh Sweat needs to eat. These corners need to be aggressive. Darius Slay, I need him to come through.
Yes.
He's been dropping a lot of balls. You know what I'm saying? I hope to God, Darius. Listen, I want Darius. You know what I would love for Darius Slay to do? Get a pick six in the Super Bowl. I'll even take a pick, but I need my number one corner. I need my cornerbacks to lock down these receivers and make plays.
Yes.
I need my safeties to make tackles. C.J. Gardner, I blame Epps for that tackle. Now I'm realizing C.J. Gardner-Johnson got to wrap these guys up.
Yeah.
Because if you don't hit that running back that was in Chaco, he's too slippery. He's slippery. He's fast.
Yeah.
And if you miss him, he can create some problems.
That's TJ Edwards' job, though.
Yeah, but I feel like when there was a game where Chris McCaffrey was getting a pass and C.J. Gardner-Johnson was just putting the shoulder pads on him, you got to wrap him up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's still young. He'll learn that. And I think that, it is what it is. It's one play. It didn't define the game. But this is a game where it's going to come down to tackling. We got to be we got to be on our best behavior in this game. We cannot make no mistakes. We got to be very, very good with tackling. Because, listen, I give an Eagles team credit, and I think the Eagles are going to do it. But Kansas City, one thing they want the Eagles to do is miss tackles.
Yes.
One thing they want to do is what Mahomes want to do as a quarterback. And if you know Andy Reid, his game plan is going to be simple. Speed, number 87, Travis Kelce. I think it's number 87. Is it 87?
Yeah.
Number 87. They're not going to focus on Juju Smith-Schuster. I had no problems with.
Yeah.
Because I think the opponent's going to be able to lock him down.
That's going back to my point.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
He's different tight end than a George Kittle.
Yes.
I like George Kittle. But Travis Kelce is a little bit more experience. And I feel like that this is a game where I think that you need to take away him. Because Mahomes is going to try to throw it to Travis. He's going to try to give 87 a chance to go make plays. Because they don't have receivers to stretch the field. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if they can get Travis Kelce open and able to get him, some targets, able to get yards and big yardage, I feel like that will make Juju Smith-Schuster and whatever name, the other receiver, be able to get open. Because Travis Kelce is going to be the key to the game, and I feel like you got to take away him at all costs. He can get some catches here and there, but you cannot let him dictate this game.
You know what? Speaking of Travis, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
All right. So, speaking of Travis Kelce, looking back at that last Super Bowl we played, how much do you think that we're looking at the fact that we failed versus Gronk in that last Super Bowl? How much do you think we're looking back at that and being like, okay, do not do this versus him?
I mean, I hope
it's going to be like the same way.
I mean, my fault, I didn't mean to cut you off. I hope that we're not looking at Gronk, because Gronk is a way better player. I mean, way different type of player than Kelce. You know what I'm saying? We need to look at the games where Kelce got shut down.
Yeah. For
example, the Chargers, where they were able to take away the ball. You know what I'm saying? Able to make him fumble. That's what we need to do. We need to get Kelce and rip the ball away. I want C.J. Gardner-Johnson to knock the ball out of his hands.
Yes.
You got to find a way to make sure he's limited as possible. Because Travis Kelce can take over games.
Okay.
He's going to be the number one target for Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be Pascal, and if they can't get him going, it's going to be Kelce. But I feel like Andy Reid's going to want to prove to the Eagles that, hey, you fire me, and I'm still feeling that the respect, and he's going to try to out. Listen, the reason why he's going to lose this game, I'll tell you right now, the third key of the game is going to be because he's going to outcoach himself. Yes. Andy Reid is going to try so much to try to be a pass-happy offense. He's going to want to try to throw the ball on his defense because he's not going to be able to get the running game going on.
We all know
he's going to do everything he can to try to outsmart Nick Sirianni. And it's not going to work because he's going to outsmart himself.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Andy Reid is going to fall flat on his face because it's going to be his former team, high emotions. He's going against Nick Sirianni. And Nick Sirianni also got revenge on Andy Reid too because Nick Sirianni got fired by Andy Reid. But everybody talk about the Andy Reid Bowl. This is a Nick Sirianni Bowl. This is Jonathan Gannon Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because it's up to them to stop this team. We can talk all we want. We can hype this team all we want. But they got to go out there. They got to say, EC1, I got you. King DV, I got you. Where you're hiding, I got you. You know what I'm saying? They need to go out there and do their job. The third key of the game, listen, I'm going a little tangent, but third key of the game is I need my receivers to catch the ball and not drop the balls. I don't think it's a big issue, but I feel like there's some games where some receivers like, and I'm not saying it's a big issue, but you got to be able to make these plays. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want Mahomes to be on the field I want him to be on the sidelines. Let him sit there on the sidelines, drink his Gatorade, do whatever he wants, play tic-tac-toe. I don't care what he does. The way to win this game is to take the time off the clock and make Mahomes sit on the sideline. You want to eliminate Mahomes as possible. You don't want him to have a chance to get the ball as many times. You want him to have less time to get the ball. So we need to run the ball. We need to get the receivers going. I expect A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith to have a big game. I expect A.J. Brown to have 2 touchdowns. I think you can see a game where he did against the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Where he's able to have 3. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he can have that type of game. This is the biggest moment. You know what I'm saying? This is the biggest moment for a team. And I feel like every player on our team, they hear everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been hearing Darius Slay's podcast. Darius Slay wants the ring. He wants the Super Bowl ring. You know what I'm saying? He wants the Super Bowl ring. And I think he's going to get it because everybody's going to do what we're going to say. They're going to take away Mahomes and they're going to make him throw some balls, and it's going to end up being on the wrong, team eventually because Mahomes is going to throw some crazy throw and it's going to go right to the. Listen, I expect the Eagles to get done. I don't want to change it, but my three keys of the game: run the ball, be efficient, don't do anything crazy, and keep Mahomes on the sidelines. There you go. My fault.
Yes.
I know it's a long tangent, man. Listen, when I go on tangent, I go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta work on relaxing and not going tangent. I'll work on it eventually. But listen. I'm a passionate Eagle fan, and listen, why wouldn't you be passionate? We in the Super Bowl.
Facts.
Like, I mean, if you told me like we were gonna be in Super Bowl this year, I'd be saying, you'd be telling me I was crazy. I mean, if I told you we were in Super Bowl, you would tell me, "Are you on drugs?" Because no one thought that.
Yeah.
Because this Eagles team supposedly wasn't supposed to win a division.
No.
Cowboys were supposed to win it, according to everybody. And the Eagles are once again proving everybody wrong. And I feel like the Eagles team's going to do the job. Well, go ahead. I talked enough, man.
I mean, I don't have nothing else to say, man. It's all good birds at this point.
Sunday come around, man.
I just need Sunday to hurry up. This weekend to go by quick to the point where we get to football Sunday. I don't care about Rihanna. I really don't. I don't. I really don't. Yeah, I'm sorry to hurt your heart where you're hiding, but but I don't really care about Rihanna. I mean,
she's a good artist, but
game. No, I'm not saying I don't like her.
So Peter Schrager talk about he going to sing Rihanna. He's on stage. I don't care about Rihanna.
I want my Eagles to go out and dominate. That's what I would. That's what I need. That's what I need. I already took Monday off, regardless if we win or lose.
Me too.
I took Monday off.
I mean, I don't care if they're Rihanna, Bing Crosby from the dead. I don't care who they have. I don't care. I want to win.
Me too.
If you want to be real, listen, I would get rid of the halftime show and just continue the game. Because really, to be honest, I don't care about none of the songs. That's for the fans who like Rihanna. That's for the people who don't really watch football. You know what I'm saying? That's for like my parents who watched the commercials.
Right.
I don't care about that. I want to win the football game. So if we can speed it up like Madden, where we can able to push the exit and fast forward it, I would be all for it. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like, all right, back to football.
Right.
Rihanna's nice and she might be a great singer. I'm not here to listen to Rihanna. I'm here to listen to the Eagles being Super Bowl champions and having Jalen Hurts say, "Let's go, we're Super Bowl champions." That's my goal.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I want the confetti dropping on me. I don't care about Rihanna throwing her hair or whatever she throws out in the stands. I don't care. No disrespect to her. She's a great singer. but I don't care. That's for the Cowboy fans to enjoy. Since they want that's for the Giants to enjoy. That's for all these crybaby 49er players to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Sitting here thinking, to me, if we're watching the media, I thought it was therapy the way they're talking to them. How did you feel about the Eagles team? Don't worry about it. Go home. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You know, part of the reason why the 49ers didn't win because they losers. They're quitters. You know what I'm saying? It just shows. You know, and listen, they can have Rihanna while we sit there and enjoy Super Bowl. You know? It is what it is, man. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's about to be, 2 hours, man. I'm about to get out of here.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on, man.
No problem, man. No problem, man. But look,
listen,
catch me.
Listen, we got to do it again. You know,
man, anytime.
Hey, listen, I don't consider you as a small contract. I look at you a big contract. You know, I'm just happy that you came on my channel. You know?
Respect. Yeah, man. I mean, I like your takes. I like the fact that you're raw with your takes, man. Don't stop doing that. Don't stop doing that, man, for no fucking body. I don't care what content creator don't want you to, you know, voice your opinion, all that, man. Be you. That's the only thing that I can say because, you know, yes, we all equals content creators at the end of the day, but that will make you, you know, on your channel to the point where you want to see this team win a certain way and you're going to voice that opinion. It might not be clear to all other content creators, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, that's going to make, you know, honestly, I'm being honest with you. Yes, like you just said that, you know, you look at me as a bigger content creator or whatever like that.
Oh, you should have been. You should have. Listen, if I had my way and YouTube wasn't running, it's coming, you had 1,000. Because
I appreciate that. But your rawness it's actually contagious.
It is
because
I appreciate that.
You're talking and I'm sitting here like, yo, I gotta talk like that too. Because on my channel, I'm sitting here.
I'm so glad. I thought you were losing brain cells for a second. I was about to stop talking.
More like political or anything like that. But
no.
Okay. I'm talking that talk with you because I feel like this team, the way that we're structured, I don't think this team can be beat.
No,
I don't think this team can be beat in these playoffs. And I don't care who they got.
Like my birthday 31 guy said, there's levels to this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and he was one of the ones that said it first. So,
I mean,
well, yeah, man.
Go ahead.
I'm about to get out of here, though.
Yeah, I mean,
you catch me on Twitter, you catch me on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. King DV Sports, all one word. As always, Fly Eagles Fly, man. I might have a breakdown.
Let me say one word too, by the way, before you go. Like, I appreciate you for even coming on, bro, because, like, you know, you're not only helping me, but you're helping where you're hiding too, because this is probably the second guest, you know, and you know, the fact that you took your time out, I appreciate that. You know, listen, I always say this, I don't look at myself as a big content creator. I don't even look at myself as a great content creator. I don't look at myself as a good content creator. I look at myself as a fan that is trying to get content creators on my channel because I see greatness out of them. You know, like when I look at you, I don't see the same thing as me. You know, and maybe that's good because it's helping me. You know, because when I first started, I don't know, I used to have an old channel. It's called Ride 45 Kimball.
Okay.
I always try to be something I wasn't. And as you learn and you get bigger, everybody wants the big subscribers, but it's all about having fun, you know? And I feel like when we have Eagle content creators climbing with each other, we're having fun, we're passionate, and, you know, we're helping each other grow, you know? And, you know, I'm glad that you went on this channel. You know, I helped your channel. You helped William Hines' channel, you know, and, yeah, I'm just happy. Don't care about my channel too much. I just glad that, you know, you came on my channel and supported me. You know, it means
you support me. You support me, man. I always return the favor. I'm not going to ever be one of those ones. I'm always humble, you know, especially when, you know, you give your insight by commenting or whatever.
And listen, sometimes I have some crazy takes where you're like, what are you talking about? Just stop, you know? You know, and a couple times in this video, listen, you had your head shaking like, okay, all right, calm down. You know what I'm saying? But like, listen, I mean, when I go, I just go. You know, what you get out of me is real. You know, there's no phony about me. You know, and I think, you know, the thing about a lot of Eagle consecrators is you get the real, and I think this Eagles team, you know, makes us feel good, and we're able to talk more. You know, because the team is winning, and you know, we're passionate, and we show the passion. You know, and I feel like they're not listening to the media anymore. They're gonna have to listen to us. When Eagle fans need to go somewhere, they're going to your channels. They're going to hopefully mine. They're going to all these other, you know, dope consecrators. And I feel like we're changing this whole notion that Eagles consecrators, as small and big as them, you know, as small as big as they are, they still be able to provide for the fan base to have fun. You know, you can rely when you need a store. And I just want to say, listen, I'm just happy that you came on my channel and supported me. You didn't have to do it, and I'm glad you did. And I don't take that for granted. You know,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
And,
so yeah, I mean, any final words for you, United?
Yes, my final words is I'm definitely glad that King came onto the channel. I definitely support your channel. I've been watching you for a while now. You are an amazing guy. Like, I love your takes and all of that. So thank you for coming on to the channel, man.
We accidentally send you the link. We are supposed to send to the other person. Sorry, my fault. No, I'm playing.
But as far as me though, you can find me on Twitter all over the place. You can find me on Instagram. Obviously here, YouTube. I don't unfortunately have a TikTok because I ain't with that dancing stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me.
You do too much dancing anyway when you talk about other teams. It's cool.
No, don't confuse me with awesomeness.
I didn't say the name. No, I mean, you can find me on EC1 on this channel. I do have a Twitter, but just type in EC1, you'll find it. You know, I think you can find. I'm sure you can find me on Instagram at EC1. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate everyone coming on. You know, and hopefully we can do this again. We hide it. Appreciate you for coming on. King DV, appreciate you for coming on. And always go Birds, man.
Go Birds.
Let's go. Let's get that W. Let's get that Super Bowl, man.
Yes.
Facts.
Let's go.
Yes.